What's up, everybody? Just a quick addendum to the show tonight. I decided to set up the 6-inch scope at the same place as the 11, and I can set it much lower so I get a bit more of an angle, which in turn provides a bit more lunage for tonight, and plus the sky is pretty clear, so it's nice and sharp. The image is not too different for y'all, but for me it's just, yeah, it's so interesting how the 11 and the 6 are pretty identical in terms of how the camera crops it. Either way, nice full moon going on. Bit of vibration theater happening. What's up there? Welcome. Super Nat is here. Says it happened to be in Homosassa, Florida, north of Tampa. So I'm sitting outside looking at the moon. Got a nice big view on my tablet. That's awesome. Yeah, the skies got nice. It was pretty crazy earlier with all the storms. So feeling lucky. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Glad you rejoined. Yeah, I was like, man, it looks so nice and crisp. So I dug out the 6-inch from the closet. And yeah, I happened to have everything set up, so it was pretty easy. Every effort day, we take backspace. It's so nice and crisp. I feel like Saturn is also coming up, but we'll see what's going on there. And sadly, no Jupiter. I almost had it, but it just disappeared as soon as I set it up. So Jupiter is very elusive today. I think I'm going to adjust the contrast a little bit. We've got a tiny bit more detail. Look at that, a little bit more saturation and a tiny bit of gamma contrast. Bring out the nice color in the mare. You can see Sea of Serenity, Tranquility, Fecunditatis, and Chrysium at the top, and then our lovely Mare Imbrium to the left with the Oceanus Procellarium, Mare Humorum, Mare Nectaris, Tico glaring brightly at us at the bottom. The controller's a bit more slippery on this small scope. It's just, it glides a little bit longer than I need it to. Yo, you're welcome, Super Nat. What's up, Sabian Geometry? Good to see you. Shoutouts to Dallas. Thanks for hanging out here, checking out the moon. It's been overcast as well for 2 weeks solid here. It's so lucky, I feel, but it's also prescient that we get a moon shot. I was hoping, I was trying to set up last night and it was dark clouds everywhere. Really hoping to get tonight, and it happened. I also felt bad because like Miguel showed up and Eazy-E showed up. A bunch of people showed up real late. So I figure let's go a bit longer tonight. Let me know if you have any requests of songs. I'm just chilling here. I was trying to sing earlier, but man, the humidity is crushing my vocals today. So I'm gonna take it easy and listen to some old jams with y'all. Cool, super Nat. I figured Nat is like Natalie, maybe. But welcome, and check out the description of the video for links, like information on the music and stuff. You can download some of the stuff at Spotify or like Bandcamp if you want to support the channel or listen to some of the tunes. I release and play all this original music inspired by space and people who like space. This one goes out to Mary and whoever else likes the song. It's called Lost Arch. Let's do a little bit of a zoomed in tour since it's this clear. Take advantage. It's a bit wobbly, but we're hanging out over here between Sea of Serenity and Sea of Tranquility to the right. See nice color separation between the two regolith areas, indicating different levels of titanium and iron in the surface, and also probably layered from all the years of kind of stacking the regolith material. Along the rim, upper part of Sea of Serenity, you got Posidonius Crater, kind of going, and you can see the darker region seeping in along the edge of Serenity. Scouting around north of Mare Crisium. The contrast on this looks nice tonight. You can see the upper regions of Mare Crisium in really nice relief. Supernat says, I have some friends that do this style of electronic music, so I love it. Techno, new age, chill out. I'm very eclectic, as am I actually. So this is one of the types of albums, or one of the types of music I write, but I do write a lot of pop, like sappy pop songs, and like also moody, deep songs. So I'll switch it up in a little bit after this one, give you a little variety. This is all from the same album called Vibration Theater. Yeah, welcome back, Light Moon. Little extension on the show tonight. I was like feeling like the skies were clear, and I'm like, let me get this old scope out of the closet. Let's go back to our wide shot for a couple of seconds. What's up there, Julie? Welcome to the show. Check out the description of the video for more information on the stream, like the gear and some of the music, and ask your fellow chat person for any other things as well. Happy to answer. What's up there, Jackie? Welcome back. Give me some mouth. Exactly. I don't know, I'll go for like, I think it's going to be another 15-20 minutes before it clears, so that's before it moves, past my window again. But I'm using this much shorter mount from the older scope, and then I'm using like a 6-inch scope that I pulled out of the closet. It gets a much deeper angle, which allows me to get past where the 11 is. The 11 is on this like huge mount where I can't really get it much lower. Also, Supernat and Julie, feel free to check out the archives of the channel as well. There are like upwards of 500 plus videos of past streams from starting like in 2015. There are some that are like 8 hours long. I got a playlist which has a lot of transits in it, so if you want to see things like the ISS or Hubble or like what they call UFOs, you can see a few of those. Or what else I have, like lots of interesting, I was gonna say occultations, but it's a couple more than that. It's like Mercury crossing the sun. I got Venus going behind the moon. I got the solar eclipse from 2017. So I kind of encourage everybody to kind of go check all those old clips, because it's a nice treasure trove if you're interested in this sort of stuff. And you can also see the progression of the music from back then till now. Awesome. All right, let's do a little bit more zoom shots. You can see it's already starting to dim up at the top. That's nice. I think we'll get to 30 minutes. Nice little bonus clip. Cool. Supernet says, if clouds do get into your shot, do they look beautifully illuminated by the moon? They certainly do. If you check out the stream right before this, right about like the first 10-15 minutes, there's some really cool iridescent looking clouds. It depends really though. If the clouds are very thick, it looks kind of dark. It just dims the image down. It's sort of what's happening right now. I'm going to zoom out again. We're just taking a look at Aristarchus and Copernicus, Kepler, and then I was just going to note this little pareidolia over here of what looks like Fox, F-O-X, like strewn into the surface of the moon. But of course it's probably something else entirely. Very cool looking structures right there. Or is it F-O-K? Alright, back to the wide. Alright, and here we go again with the moon disappearing behind my windowsill. Much faster than I thought, but I hope y'all enjoyed this little bonus clip. I'm playing a new song here called Dream Me, that's coming out soon. And I will play y'all another one that's new as well. Let's see. I think, what do I got? So many little songs. And Vicky, what's going on? I know you're lurking. Listen to the tunes. I'll catch you on the next one, y'all. Saving Geometry, thanks for stopping by again. Julie and Supernet, welcome. Hope to see you on the next stream. Ellie, as always, have a great night. I know you said you were a little bit down earlier. I hope you feel a little bit better. Have a good start to your week. Light moon as well. And whoever else was just hanging out, lurking on Sunday night. Have a great rest of your night as well. And yeah, now I'm starting to get loopy. I'm fading out. Bye-bye, bye-bye. This is fake out number 2. So we've lost the moon, but I realized that I actually have, I think it's Saturn in view, and it's like surrounded by clouds, but Saturn itself is actually like not covered. So give me a few minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the scopes again. I'm going to go back to the 11, hopefully quickly, and see if we can't close the show out with some Saturn. So stay tuned. Hope y'all didn't leave fake out number 2. Sorry. Pretty ridiculous. Of course, that's how it goes. Meanwhilst, I shall play something old, perhaps. Hey there, Mary. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. All right, stay tuned. So I'm gonna have to like change up a bunch of gear, so it just could be a black screen for a bit. But I shall return with some Saturn. That's pretty hilarious. Just chasing the cloud. I got it though. So I got the 11 set up real quick, and then put the camera, and then immediately focus in on Saturn. I got this massive white cloud where you're just trying to take it out. But that's tiny, like probably my worst shot of Saturn ever. But we got Saturn. What's up, Joshua? What's going on? All right, so let's see if this stays. As long as I got this shot, I'm gonna stay on. So let's see. Saturna. All right, I'm also gonna change up the focus a little so we can get closer. So that's a 3x Barlow magnifier on Saturn right now. Still rising, so you got that the fringing, which is the blue and orange tint on the rings and the image itself. You also got a lot of atmospheric, like turbulence, clouds. There's a ton of crap going on in the sky today, but that's a close-up, pretty decent shot right now. I wish I could do Jupiter, but it's way above my viewing area right now, so unfortunate. Same thing with the moon. No more moon tonight, but we'll close out with some beautiful shots of our ringed planet hanging out somewhere deep in space, looking back at us. Nice separation in the outer rings, of course, Cassini division. You can see a little bit of the band in the middle of Saturn. The image should get better in a few minutes. Yeah, so like I said, Joshua, wish I could switch to Jupiter, but not tonight. Probably I'll try and do it again tomorrow, day after. Jupiter keeps rising earlier and earlier, hence it should be easier, but the clouds have not been... Hey, I should be quiet here. The weather is being very nice right now. So wiggly tonight, crazy. It's all the atmospheric humidity and the storms passing through. Got myself a little drink. Get dark and deep on Saturn over here. Hope it doesn't drift too far. Be right back. I was trying to adjust it. I thought I ruined it, but this is spot on focus. It's just the sky that was going crazy. You can kind of see it got real clear for a second and very wavy. So I feel it's just like a layer of atmosphere going through. It almost looks like an old TV. I love it. It's 4K, but CRT. Alright, this one's from the archives. Says, why does it tilt? And this could be wrong, but my opinion is that I think all planetary objects and possibly stars as well, and maybe asteroids and comets all have a tilt, and it's probably due to magnetic fields. It's also due to charge in the universe, and I think like that nothing is really exactly vertical, you know? Everything is basically elliptical and has a bit of a tilt to it. So Saturn kind of tilts as it orbits in an elliptical plane, so it kind of tilts and wobbles. I assume there are certain periods, I think I've seen it too, where you can look at Saturn straight on and it looks like so it's also part of where it is in the sky and where it is in its orbit. So right now it's at a very harsh angle, but if I were looking at it, let's say, due south in like 6 hours perhaps, it would look like it was at a different angle. So that's due to us, you know, being at an angle, and of course Saturn itself being at an angle, so you end up getting these different variances. That's just my independent opinion of it. I think magnetic fields have like this kind of ebb and flow to the flux of it, right? That's why it creates these orbits and it creates tilts versus everything being so direct and straight, you know? Everything's curved, there are no like straight lines in the universe. The other thing is, you know, the light coming from space is also being bent on our ionosphere and atmosphere because of the curvature and the ellipticness of those fields, right? So if the fields are not perfectly spherical, but they're actually stretched, then the image of Saturn itself is actually stretched as well. It's a fascinating principle that I've always talked about, or always, but I often bring up the idea of focal point and focus point and, you know, where the light actually appears on the lens for us to understand it as objects, or as people, or as things, right? Like there's a focus point. What is focus? You can see right now, like the scope is not going out of focus, but for some reason, the atmosphere and the magnetics and probably space itself, to some degree, is distorting and warping the image of an object called Saturn. That's a whole deep rabbit hole to talk about, like optics and how we perceive things and what's stretched and what's curved. I think a lot of you have probably heard about this whole idea of gravitational lensing of light, but if you just remove gravitation and apply the fact that we perceive light along magnetic fields, then you definitely have curves all over the place, like stretches of all through space. So the idea of lensing is the same type of discussion, if you all have heard that in popular science. I am so out of snacks, Ellie, it's ridiculous. My fridge is a barren wasteland. All I've got is water and pickles. And I'm sick of pickles. That's not true, I'll always have a pickle. But I'm sick of having pickles this week. A little more detail. So I'm just holding Saturn steady. I didn't really have time to do proper alignment, so I'm just keeping it centered. Let's all just admire also the prominence of the rings of Saturn. It's not just every day you get to see this, but also I've read in many places and some historical documents talk about the Earth having rings at one point or another. And theoretically, any planetary body could develop rings, but Saturns are so prominent. Perhaps one day we'll be able to see Neptune and Uranus and the outer planets' rings, because those are really different, much thinner and wispier. But it really begs the question as to how does Saturn stay in stasis as it does, and have these rings just year after year remain in this stagnancy, or in motion, but also in a perfect ring. Of course, to me, it seems like a magnetic field is holding it in place, which is a simple explanation, but that still is an amazing thing. Hey Jackie, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit. Yeah, sometimes the rings are dead on at an angle, and but that's really every 20 years or so. I always point people to check out Damien Peach's astrophotography. He does some of the best, probably the best, citizen single astronomy shots of Saturn, Jupiter, etc. You see Saturn, he captured it back in 2002, and I think he caught it dead on where you see the flat. I mean, you don't not see the rings, but they're like a flat line almost. It's fascinating. It makes me I don't regret when I got into astronomy, but I definitely missed out on a couple of big events in the last 15 years. Somewhere over the rainbow, and I think I'm gonna have to call it too because I'm getting pretty tired here. It's been a lovely night, and we actually got a nice little shot of Saturn. It's getting a bit clearer. A little guitar noodle coming up. Yo, y'all, did you see that? That was fucking, excuse my language, nuts. Because I noticed it and then I just saw it on the repeat, and that's like a full-on disc crossing Saturn, which is like a one in a freaking lifetime capture. What the hell was that? Did you see that? Sorry for the language, I just got pretty amped up about that. I was like, did I really see that? I saw it live on my other screen, and then I looked over at the repeat. I'm gonna have to cut that. That's not cut it. I gotta somebody capture that for posterities. That's pretty cool. Love it. I'm glad we got to see something really crazy. I mean, that definitely could have been a satellite, but it was a perfect circle, I think. Right? I'm just jumping back here to check it out again. I'm an idiot and lost the timestamp on that, so let me know if y'all can timestamp it just in the chat, just somebody find it and put the bottom left corner. I got a little time thing. Ellie, you taking off? Or were you just responding to me? Did y'all see that little whatever just passed over Saturn? That was just some crazy stuff, man. Am I making too big a deal of it? I mean, the odds of like capturing an object passing this tiny dot of light in the sky is like like 1,000,000,000 to 1. Anyway, excitement is not lost on me. I'm trying to find this timestamp over here before I call it. Maybe it was just like a regular satellite, but damn. Yo, let me know what y'all think in the chat if you caught it. Oh yeah, I was gonna wind down, but I mean, look at this crazy shot of Saturn right here. I don't know. That just like really woke me up. Yeah, that's a nice little gift. I'll just check it after the stream and kind of clip it, and I'll put up a video either later tonight or tomorrow with just the transit in slow-mo. It's fun. I haven't caught anything cool like that in over a year. So I feel like it was a great boon that I had the scope and I went for a second round and didn't call it a night. See, lucky things like that do happen. Hey, thanks, SuperNat. I appreciate. I mean, I know I've been yammering over this music, but. ending this with Repeat Parties, my favorite new track. And that's it for me. So that's good. I'm gonna get this clip out to y'all so you can see this crazy Saturn transit. Thanks so much for hanging out tonight. Welcome to all the new people. Julie and Supernat, appreciate your presence. Good to see you, Sabian, Ellie, Mary, old school peeps, thanks. I haven't seen Vision at all tonight. No Vision, there's a problem. Jackie, have a great night. I saw that you left, but let me know if I missed you want to shout out. And let's say goodnight to our beautiful sky. Brooklyn, yep. Have a great night. Let's get a wide shot of Saturn to close it. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. Maybe you can see some of the moons, Tethys, Rhea, Mimas, and Titan. Really hard to see them tonight, but they're scattered about. The Saturnian system brings us into a new week. That's it for me. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. On to the next one.